Hi, it's me, Vamp, and it's time for me to do a review on No, Not Hero. I have Hero equipped for a reason. We'll get to that later. On the Lenz, the reason why I want to review the Lenz is because, of course, I review stuff, but I did a quick first impressions video on the Lenz, and, I thought it looked cool and stuff, which it does look cool. Let's look at, its description. Bolts from this corpus bow deliver a 1-2 punch of an icy pulse, followed by a conventional explosion. Excess ammo picked up for the weapons will be converted into charges for the Lenz. Warning, safety protocols do not exist on this prototype. Okay, so ADSC critical chance 50%, very good. Critical multiplier 2.0, okay, fine. Now, I'm not going to compare this to any other bow, really. The closest people might compare it to is the Dread, but the reason I'm not going to compare it to a bow is because, okay, just like any bow, it does impact damage. Well, mostly any bow, yeah. Okay, this has a 1-2, it had a blast radius hit combo. You can kill yourself with this bow, which, it's fine. At the same time, it's annoying. I should also point out that trigger charge. You'll have to fully charge the bow before you can fire. The fire rate by default is 1. Now, okay, the thing I should point out, among everything else I'm pointing out, is the fire rate being at 1, that's how much time it's going to take for you to charge it up fully. It may not seem like a whole lot of time. Well, let's go into it. Let's look at without mods. Without mods.
If I may say, operator, your chosen Warframe
without mods, hit the charge rate. The charge rate is 1.2. Critical chance, of course, 50. Cold, 10. Blast. Now, I want to keep in mind that, like, say I put this on and made it viral in blast. I want to point out that the viral damage, sometimes it will proc, but it will always proc cold no matter what, so I don't know if that's something that can be taken advantage of or what, but with this build I did while I was testing it out, this is the build I used for the 2 dash polarity that came by default. I used these 2 to increase its critical delay. Speed trigger and shred, you need both. Trust me, it's a charge thing. And ammo drum, okay, you're probably shocked to see ammo drum. You're probably like, why would you test this out with an ammo drum? Well, the fact of the matter is that there's only 6 ammo in the whole magazine by default. I mean, that's okay because its passive is an ammo mutation. Whenever you run over ammo, it converts it to its type of ammo for you. So, yeah, that's fine and dandy, I suppose. But yeah, this is the build I was using, and okay, there is an annoying part in this weapon. Well, before I get to the annoying part, I'm going to demo this weapon, of course, but I'm going to show you why I picked Hero. Hero increases its fire rate. Every little bit helps. Before we go into showing you the weapon, we're going to look at how you get it. How you get it is you can buy it, of course. It comes with its own slot in Catalyst if you buy it. Or you can build it in the dojo, Energy Lab in the dojo. Now keep in mind, in order to build it from a blueprint, you'll have to have a mastery rank of 8. But I believe if you buy it, you'll forego the whole mastery rank thing. But I digress. Let's actually, as you can tell, I'm still on my war against the simulacrum. So we're going to go into capture to test this puppy out. Let's put a sigil right here because we can. A sigil, yeah. And we are actually going to get rid of the grain because the grain's kind of annoying me right now. Okay. No, we want a sigil in the darkest spot. Okay, this wasn't a video about a sigil. This is the bow. You fire it. Now, it didn't rightfully... Okay, it's going through the floor there. Okay, so see that? If I stand within the radius, it does blow up on me. But, okay. Here's a bad... As you see, I use penance, it goes forth a bit faster. Now, I do gotta tell you the downside. If I'm in the radius and I go out of the radius, sure, the blast won't hit me, but if I'm in the radius for even a second, the cold will proc on me. And that cold is deadly. It makes it even slower for you to charge up the next shot. It makes it slow for you to do everything. Actually, let's see if I can possibly show you guys. Okay. Actually, yeah, that's about it. If you guys, okay. I bet you guys want to know what I think of this weapon overall. Overall, this weapon is... I mean, I like the look of it quite a bit. Now, now, yes, you can give it this bow skin if you want. You can change arrows, but I must warn you that it's not aligned right if you change arrows. It's kind of an annoying alignment, if you will. So I think, yeah, all of the alignments are going to be like that. It's kind of annoying. I think it's annoying anyway. You could not mind it that much, and if you don't mind it, then yeah, definitely go with it. But yeah, overall what I think, I have a kind of on again, off again relationship with this bow. When I'm using it, I definitely don't think it should be used with every frame in the game. More frames with crowd control, because you do guys fully charge this weapon before you can fire it off. There we go. You do get fully charged weapon before you can fire it off. You'll have to be careful because if it cold procs you, you gotta wait before you can fire another one. Having this as your only weapon is kind of dangerous. Only because it takes a second to do. Oh yeah, I should also probably point out that it's alarming, this, so, and it could not be, I could be wrong, but I believe this is the first bow to do an alarming thing. Which it's very important because if you're any frame that goes invisible, you will go uninvisible when it shoots. Then about the time it takes to explode, you'll go invisible again after that. So it's not when you're charging up you'll get visible, but it's once you fire you become visible again, then, you know, invisible again once you're done with it exploding. Which, you know, that is, yeah, that's not bad at all, actually. The reason why it's a love-hate thing is because I have framed out crowd control and I like using it, but then I have other frames that I gotta be more shoot them, kill them, and I could barely survive even 5-minute survival with those frames and just this bow. Whereas with the crowd control frames, I survived like 15, 20 minutes. With Hydroid and its bow, I actually survived a good 20 minutes on, let's see, what planet was I on? I survived a good 20 minutes on this planet. Survival, so I could have gone longer, but I didn't want to. But anyway, yeah. And before you ask if it's an in-game weapon, that depends. How much forma do you want to put into it to make it in-game viable? Because right now I have this. If you want to make it in-game viable, in addition to all, you could probably get rid of the ammo drum if you really wanted to, but you'd probably also need, like if I got rid of this, you could probably put like a cryo round in its place, beef up the initial cold damage. But remember, you could potentially damage yourself for more as well. For now, I'm putting this, but yeah, if you want to make this an in-game viable weapon, you'd need this for critical chance, and then for critical damage you need something. You'd probably also need a split chamber for the multi-shot. Like I said, you could really possibly get rid of that. I put that there for the multi-shot, and then the last two slots would be the point blank and the no, not this, and the vital sense. But you know, that's just random at the top of my head. Build, just me playing around, I suppose. So yeah, that's definitely what I think of the weapon. By default, it doesn't seem very end-gamey. In fact, it seems kind of hindrance in a way, but it does look cool. It's fun to use. More fun if you're using a crowd control frame. Like I said, lots of format if you want to make it in-game viable. It comes with the two polarities by default. You can make do with them the way I did. If you really want, you could probably format the crash course to be something else, or you could just add like a hellfire to do even more blast damage, or like viral acceleration to, you know, that takes away some of the regular damage, but it would, you know. Actually, I think I might keep that for now. Yeah, it takes away 15% of the regular damage, but if you have mostly crit, you could make up for that, no problem. And yeah. With that said, I will catch you guys in a future video. Feel free to tell me how you liked or didn't like the Lenz. If you decide to buy it, if you decide you're crafting it in your dojo, feel free to let me know how you like it. So yeah, later.